broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh yeah, here we are tonight. Welcome, AfterBuzzers. We have Bad Judge for you tonight. It's season 1, episode 1, the pilot episode. We got a new show for Kate Walsh. I'm your host, Stef Z, and we got a lovely panel tonight. Who we got?
Hi, what's up, guys? Erica Davis here, and I'm ready to talk some Bad Judge.
Hey, y'all. I'm April Whisenhant.
What's up, you guys? I'm your host, Stacy Ike.
All right, so here we go. First impressions, ladies.
Right.
What do we think?
Erica goes first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go, girl.
I'm in the hot seat. You know, I was really looking forward to this show. I love Kate Walsh. I feel that it has some legs to stand on, but those legs need some crutches, perhaps.
Oh.
They need some crutches.
Yes.
Okay.
Or some rehab, yeah. They need a little...
I think they were on the crutches tonight, I feel like. You know what I mean? Because I feel like they were kind of limping a little bit. Because to me, I mean, you guys called me optimist as we were watching. I thought it was funny because I like weird slapstick humor. And I feel like Kate Walsh... To me, I was very impressed because private practice, you know, that's like, to me, it's completely different.
Right.
And somebody mentioned earlier when we were watching that she kind of was witty then, but now she's like funny, and this is supposed to be a comedy. So that was impressive. But some of the storyline, I was like, they're overdoing it here and they're a little bit there. But overall, I know I had fun.
Yeah, I thought it was really cute. Definitely needs to grow a little bit as far as like the comedy goes and how they develop and everything. But I think they have a good cast, especially that little boy. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
He was really cute.
I agree with you guys. I think the show's got legs. I think there was a very big need to show that drastic change in Kate Walsh right away. Mm-hmm. I feel like some of us thought that maybe it was a little forced in places.
I feel that it was...
Keep going.
Hey.
We're just having some adjustments here in the studio. Don't mind.
I know how that goes.
I feel that some things were forced. We talked about the kidnapper van being kind of forced, the brown van.
Yeah.
You know, like you can have a messed up life and still have a less than bucket of a car. Like that van was like, come on, like that's like a homeless person van.
What was the picture on the side?
It was like some I think it was like some Native American, like Indian scene, like Aztec type portrait landscape painting on the side.
Something weird.
Yeah.
I feel like she could have had a blue car, like somebody mentioned that earlier, with some trash in it. I would have been just as happy, you know?
Right, and it was like I would have liked to see us notice her difference subtly, more so than she's sleeping upside down, she's doing the Listerine, she's running late, she's putting the handicapped in, doing like there was just a lot right at once, and it was good, and we got it, and we were all laughing. Right. But I feel like hopefully that will simmer down, and they'll have confidence in her character and just let her be, because I think she does have the acting ability to be funny, like you know, rather than the witty, which her character in Private Practice was funny, but it was because it was kind of like a slapstick, like sarcastic, like witty,
sassy kind of thing.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe they're going all the way there and forcing it a little bit with Kate Walsh in this particular show because we haven't seen this side of her. So they want to convince us that, you know, that she can do it. Right. But I'm just like, you know, you have to trust that your viewers are intelligent enough to get that she's funny without, like you said, having her hanging upside down from monkey bars.
But I'm not going to say, see, that if she was actually hanging upside down, I would have died. I would have been like, I'm done with it. No, we're not doing this. So I'm glad that didn't actually happen. But I understand why they did that because just like you said, our audience does not know. And for them to trust and believe that we're all going to be smart enough, you know, we smart. But I'm not saying everyone is. I'm just saying some people would be like, this is so weird. You know, people, they typecast just as, you know, we typecast so much. And they're like, oh, she's not in the same role. I don't like it immediately. So I feel like they were trying to swag it out really simply, really easy, really strong in the beginning and show like, by the way, she's a completely different character. Do not even compare her. It's totally different. So And I wanted to go off your point. You said you want to be subtly. How do you think it would have been better if they would have just shown like a couple different things to show?
Just like a couple different things. And there was like the writing, I feel like, was brilliant, but the execution of it was a little forced.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like at the end, the little things, and we'll jump around a little bit just because it's the first episode,
Sure.
but how she calls out Gary for being fake on the phone. You know what I mean? Like there was smart ways that she was like, that was almost funnier, and it was showing her character, and you could still show that she's like a hot mess in the same breath without the over the top.
True. Gotcha.
I think it's the same thing as like when a movie uses a narrator. People do that to explain stuff to the audience, obviously, but a lot of times they don't like using them because it's just like you don't have to show this person driving to a house to know that they changed locations, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's just like doing a lot, like you said, with her sitting upside down, handing the pregnancy test to the bailer. It's just like a lot of things that hopefully maybe they won't be as intense about it next week.
Because those things would never fly in reality.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's kind of where we almost want the line to be drawn.
Yeah.
Like, I get that they're friends and they might have a different relationship, and we see that she is sleeping with the doctor that was on the stand. We see that it's all, like, intertwined.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff, like, it just wouldn't happen.
Like her comment to the teacher when she was like, I had wine and cake for breakfast.
Right.
Exactly.
That was the only. Honestly,
like,
I was like, okay, baby, we don't need to know. I don't understand. I did appreciate the conversation with the teacher because it was funny, and she definitely like slapped him around a little bit. But then when she said that, I was like, okay. And then were you talking about the bailiff relationship? Is that what you want to pinpoint on? Yeah, I think it's a little weird because at the end it ended with them all drinking. She's back in her shorts and a t-shirt. And I'm like, this is so weird. And that's because I assume a profession, a judge just has a certain type of demeanor and they act a certain way, and that's not fair. That's what I like about it. Like they're completely diluting how I look, because I wouldn't. She got shorts on. I'm like, those are real short.
And
like,
shorts at that.
They were real short. I was like, I cannot imagine any judge that I know to behave this way. So I think it's funny that they're about to show me, no, this is, I don't know, it could be different, so who knows?
Yeah, and with that, that's exactly the point. Like, with that, there's still rules that they kind of like skip the line, like tap dance across the line.
Can I just say, Kate Walsh looked hot.
She looks good.
I mean, I don't even know how old she is, but
she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. Her eyebrows were on point. Looks like they always are.
You had to know. I was like, that hair color. She still got the hair color on. Anyway,
and good for her, because Private Practice has been off for 2 seasons now.
Yeah, it's
been off a couple.
At least 2. I could be wrong about that.
I think it's only 2. Yeah,
I think it might be 2. So it's like for her to have that character, to go from Grey's to Private Practice, to take a minute, then to come back doing this, like, who knows? Maybe like comedy is really her passion. Maybe this will
try it out.
Yeah, so I'm stoked for her, and she's looking good, and you want her to succeed because she's always been good.
She seems really down to earth.
Yeah, like you want to go have a whiskey with her.
Very true. I love that about her character, because I was thinking, even her Private Practice character, she always had this like sass to her that like she could be relatable, is what I mean. She always had like she even had a messy life then too,
Right.
She always had something going on, and you're like, oh, I know a friend like that. I have a girl like that. That's my friend
I'm
right
like
now.
that.
Yeah, like that's me. Which I didn't want to go there because I hope I'm not that stuff. But so that's what I love about her. And of course, Theodore. I looked up his name earlier. He the
baby
Theodore Barnes.
Theodore
Barnes. That's his name.
Robbie's real name.
Real name.
Yes. Barnes. Really?
Yes.
He's the best person on the show so far.
Like, honestly, watching the show, for me, I think that the Robbie kid, the kid obviously, stole the show. He stole my heart. I think that his comedic timing is brilliant. I mean, I'm sure he's probably 20 playing a 9-year-old. But however old, because you know how we do in Hollywood.
That is too funny.
However old he is, he's a really, really smart actor already.
Right.
And, I really would like to see him in more in movies and television. He's got it down pat. Like, we can learn. We can learn a thing or two from Robbie.
And that was 23 minutes, and we're all impressed. So that's really cool. I think that's cool. Yeah.
Some of the things that I did really like about the show is it was very current. Like, even when she was going through like the Twitter and Tinder and all this stuff, like, it was just very current to what's going on. And I don't know many shows that are that current,
I feel like all the fall shows that just came out, I've been watching a lot of them here at AfterBuzz, and a lot of them will like literally speak to, like Blackish, for instance. It'll speak to literally what's happening right now, like take a selfie, this, that, and the third. Right. And I'm like, it's kind of freaking me out because I'm like, when did they write this show? Or have we just been doing this for 3 years? Because shows take a while to get out there. So I'm like, have we been obsessed with selfies for 4 years now? Please tell me that's not true.
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm already over it. But I think you're very right. It was so current, and exactly when she mentioned all the social media, I'm like,
Her talking about Tinder like threw me off. I'm like, I don't even really know what Tinder is still, so I'm so far behind.
No need to get on. No need for
But
that.
everybody's talking about it on these shows.
It's
so.
like a dating hookup
dating,
type thing. I've never used it.
I hear really good things about it, though.
Do you?
I mean, not from me personally, but I do hear really good things about Tinder. I don't know if
I hate the name Tinder. It's all like it's just nasty.
It just sounds like timber, like the trees fall and like
just
shit's about to
disaster.
get real.
Yes, like you gonna meet someone. No, I just don't even want to be a part of it. Yeah.
Can I say one thing about how I don't know how I feel about her little song and dance about this is the song about a guy who gave me a hickey. His name is Gary. Like on the court steps. You know, I'm conflicted about that scene. I wanted to love it, but again, that was one more thing that I thought like I'm backtracking. Felt a little bit forced. You know, like maybe if she had like broken down into the Running Man, maybe I don't know. Maybe that would have been even more forced. It just that was just a little cringe.
A little much.
A little much for me. Me.
And I think those will play out. Like that's really gonna be what really makes or breaks this show is how those kind of moments roll out. Because they tried to do a full character of her because we do have a serious side of her too. You know, the relationship with Robbie, apparently she put Robbie's parents away in jail, so she feels bad. So even though she's such a mess, there is a responsibility or like a mother nurturing type thing that's going on while she's taking these pregnancy tests. You know what I mean? Like there's there's a lot of parallels going on, which is really, really interesting. I really like the scene where she, you know, kind of gave him the bully advice, and I don't know. We were talking about the I really liked it where she was like, "Next time he punches you, just punch him back."
I was mad. I'm like, okay, girl, you cannot bring that kind of because I mean, it all worked out the end. But let's say it didn't. Let's say she didn't have Gary as a friend or whatever. I mean, she's a judge, so she's got a lot of play. But giving this kid advice, 20-year-old playing 9, to punch somebody, I just was like, all right, that's a little.
Not that I'm agreeing with violence.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is nowadays I feel like there's a big, like, the bullying as opposed to, like, the wussification of kids is a big problem. You know what I mean? Like, you see these kids getting, like, 27th place at, like, the gymnastic competition. Like, if you got 27th place, you lost. Right? You know what I'm saying? So
That's
there's,
true.
like,
27th place.
In a major way, you lost.
Right. So it's like, I feel
Back
like
to the
parents and this and that. So it's like, if her parental figure is being like, if he hits you, hit him back. Like, stand up for yourself and don't, like, go cry to the principal or this or that. Like, that showed me, I really liked it.
I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Definitely don't be punching people's kids, but I definitely get where you're coming from. Yeah.
I might tell my child to do the same thing. I might.
You know, I'm a wuss. Like I never got in a fight in school. My parents, you know, are going to be embarrassed when I say this, but they always told me if we got hit to like go run and tell a principal. They're like, don't hit back, because my mom, like even in the 80s and the 90s, was like, kids have guns, kids have knives. So I don't have a gun, I don't have a knife. So someone hits me, I'm peace out. I'm going to go tell the authority. But I do like the humor in her telling him, you know, to stand up.
I think it might too.
Not in real life though.
I mean, I feel like I'm probably the oldest one on the panel, surprisingly. But
25 years old, girl.
25.
You're all 25?
You're 25.
Oh, me?
I'm 25.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, I'm helping you out here. Okay.
I like it. No,
Actually, none of us are over 18.
Where I'm going with that is that I think it is a generation thing, because when we were in school, it was kind of like stick up for yourselves. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Anyway, we've played that one out, but I do like the point is that she has this. You know, as crazy as she is, she does have some quality traits in her. So how they develop this really is going to make or break the show, because they put her out there, that her and the way she deals, like the world spins around her.
Yeah.
There's no other. I mean, Robbie's got a big role, but there's no other. It's not like a cast of characters.
Yeah.
It's kind of like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about her relationship with Gary? And just like overall, how that, I mean, I don't want to jump into predictions, but I had so many thoughts running through my mind. I was like, okay, she's going to fall in love with him maybe. Like, what do y'all think about overall?
I wonder if they're going to take it in the way of like, you know, the typical kind of rom-com thing. Like, oh, let's kind of introduce a couple at the beginning, see where it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems to like her, obviously, but I kind of don't want them to do that too soon, just because I want to see her develop a little more. But
True. Okay, I like that.
I would love to see them, you know, I'm all about going back to Scandal type, you know, storylines. I'm all about like relationships and literal like cheating and infidelity. So I would love to see you know, him fall in love with someone else and her get jealous, or you know, her sleep with the bailiff. Maybe she could sleep with the bailiff. You know,
don't sleep with the bailiff. They're like BFFs. I like their relationship. It's like, you know what I mean. It's like you said. It's not necessarily realistic because that's a little weird. But I understand why it's like that. I love that he came in and didn't like tat on her. He was like, "What up, Judge? Good stuff." You know, that was funny to me. I really like that relationship. I think it'd be weird if they compromised that.
But maybe a one-night stand.
A one-night stand would be awesome.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you.
It looks like a almost older sister brother type relationship to me. So I'm like,
it changes it. Even if you do the one-night stand, it changes.
Yeah,
that. To the viewer, it changes. It gives us this,
right.
like maybe in real life they could still have the banter and everything, but it changes it for us because then we're always going to be thinking
why did they sleep together? Like what's going on? Like I don't know. I love how she kind of just treats him like a younger brother. Like thanks for having my back. But literally he's more like the older brother because she's so messed up.
Right. So basically, I'm the only freak in the panel.
No,
okay.
Thank you.
Get to know your panel. I support you. It's always going back and forth. It's like, okay, don't hit kids, possibly have sex with them.
Makes it fun.
That's true, exactly.
Yeah. But I like Gary. He seems sweet. Like it's like he was trying to like show off. You know what I mean? Like be on the phone and be all. I don't know. I think he really cares for her. I think he's gonna get his heart broken. But I like your theory. I would love to see him, like, she string him along for a little bit, him find somebody else, and then her have this like aha moment. That's cool. Be like, oh, I really like you, and blah blah blah.
I would not be mad at that. What did you guys think about her wardrobe? I'm a huge wardrobe.
It's not
deep
great.
breaths all around.
It's not great. I mean, the short shorts where I guess they're doing it for a purpose, obviously. But I'm like, come on, the belt. No, it's too much.
It was very. I'm trying to find the most diplomatic, politically correct way to say it. It was very backwoods. It was very backwoods.
It was very Bad Judge. I feel like.
Then maybe her wardrobe was consistent with what they're trying to portray. However, I did love her gown at the end, like her little speech.
So cute.
It was pretty for her.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And it is, if we see like pretty much for setting wise, we see like Ventura, so it is kind of Valley Girl, and I feel like it's kind of on. It's kind of on with not to judge.
But
whatever
see, I still would not know that. I wouldn't know that being from another part of the country, like what
Ventura and people hang out and do.
What they would dress like. But I get the point of it. It's just still not good though.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't much. Usually I want to
hate it.
Yeah, I didn't hate it because.
But I wasn't like. I think she just looked good.
She was pretty.
We kind of like overlooked it.
Yeah.
Because I do now that like I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, because
she had like the dress with like the jacket when she went to the school. That was okay. Yeah. But then she had like a really like kind of terrible like hair outfit. Like she just was like, you can tell she's supposed to be like kind of put together and kind of a mess all at the same time every time. So that's why I was like, I love the end was my favorite because I'm like, oh, she's cleaned up. I want to see the opposites, the in between things. Like, girl.
And I hope too that we see why she's such a mess.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking like the acting. Like I'm thinking of my acting courses and thinking like the moment before, like what's the backstory? I really feel like I know it's a 30-minute sitcom. Whatever, but I would have loved for this pilot episode to have been an hour for us to have gotten to know, or for at least for me to have gotten to know more about why she's such a mess, like what happened to her. Because I just feel like it was just a show of let us introduce every single character as much as we can. Let's just throw everything against the wall and hope it sticks.
But that's because we have to come back. I think that's what they did. Okay, we are coming back, and even if I wasn't on a show, I feel like I'd watch a couple more episodes because just like you said, I would love to know. What's up? What happened? Why are you a judge with this type of black background? What happened? Where your parents at? Do you have siblings? Like, and I think it's cool that they know that. I feel like they know that they didn't give us everything. Yeah. So it's a good way to reel me back.
Yeah, I do, and I think we're going to see a lot of development there. And I really want to know, because you can see like some of it. There's walls, there's walls, and they did show us that. They show us that there's walls, there's chaos, but there's a soft heart in there. You know what I mean? So I think this show has the potential to be a really good, funny,
and that's all it takes at first, right?
Yeah,
potential.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think we'll all come back next week.
Right. I'm like, okay,
I guess so.
I guess we'll go.
We won't. We will be here.
And again, too, even in her profession, as much as a mess she is, like you see, she gets a phone call to be like a keynote speaker at this event at the end, and they're even praising her. So it is like there's a lot of spinning going on.
Yeah, a lot of layers.
It's going to be, exactly, there's a lot of layers. It's going to be very interesting to see how this unfolds.
I wonder how many episodes Robbie, the little boy, Robbie will be in. Like, I wonder if he's going to be, just a couple episodes, or if, he's going to, maybe she'll take him in.
He had a lot of lines for someone who's not going to be.
Yeah,
I agree. I hope he's going to be around for a little bit.
I would hope so too. I would love to see her maybe like become his foster parent.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say
predictions. Can we just like put that music on, please? Because I'm like, we're there. We are totally here. Like, because that was amazing. The first two predictions you guys, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Okay. Yeah, that's
all right,
a good
here
one.
we are. Prediction. I mean, the cat's out of the bag. I think we're predicting the same thing. I definitely think that something's going to happen, and Robbie's parents are going to wind up going away for a long time, and she's going to feel guilty, and he's going to wind up being her child. And it's the whole.
And she'll have to change.
She'll have to change a little bit, and the whole thing that she put the parents away, and now she has the kid, and the pregnancy test. Like, there's a lot of maternal stuff going on.
True.
So
I like
my prediction is that's what's going to happen.
I like that.
Bam.
That's so funny.
What about?
I feel like kind of on the same note, that'll be how they show what happened to her or why she is the way she is, why she's a mess. Kind of like if she does end up taking him in, it'll be a thing like he does something and it reminds her of something. I feel like that could be a way that they develop what happened to her.
That's cool.
I like that.
I want to know what guy she's going to have on her side while that's happening. I assume it's going to be Gary since they've been introduced already, but I still want to go to the fact that maybe Gary will leave her, get someone else, and then come back. So I don't know, is she going to do it on her own? Is this going to be her big test? That she has to decide, okay, I have to grow up or I have to be I have to clean my house and put the vodka away or whatever. I can't wait to see that. But I also want to know is she going to have a bow with her? So I don't know. I'm really interested, and I'm really hoping she wears a couple more dresses next episode. That's all I'm going to say. I'm all about the fashion.
Your prediction just follow me here. Your prediction just made me think Snooki.
Ew, what's Snooki?
I didn't mean to say sorry. That just came out really fast.
Because it's a long story, but I used to have a clothing line, and they were big fans, so I used to give them clothes. But she was a mess, hot mess, had a kid. Now she's a businesswoman. Yeah. She's got it together. Wow. She's making money.
Snooki is a businesswoman?
She's got a few different brands.
Oh, she's
marketing herself. She has slippers. I think she has like a perfume, or JWoww does something. Like she smartened up. Yeah. She's making money off of herself as a brand. She was
instead of as a reality star.
Yeah.
Right. I'm feeling that.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe that was a reach, that one. So whatever, don't kill me out there.
No, that's not bad. I feel now that you've reeled me into like what because you're like Snooki, I'm like Kate and Snooki. I can't really, but that makes sense.
I don't know how Kate Walsh feels about being mentioned in the same sentence.
I'm sorry,
Snooki,
Kate.
So.
You gave description. She's inspiring people to do better.
Exactly.
Keep coming out with us.
That.
I know. Yeah, seriously, Kate Walsh, we would love to have you. Sit right here next between us, right here.
No, right here.
Just sit on the even couch, Kate.
All right.
Seriously, that'll make it better.
All right, well, that, I guess, wraps up our show. Where can the viewers find you guys?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram as well at OneTakeStace and at LiveNaomi.com.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
And you guys can find me on Twittergram there too.
That's gonna be the next one.
I am Stef Z with an F. Thanks for listening, watching. Let us know your comments if you guys have any questions, and we will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Really, I don't know what it was.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.